Connecting the Valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Thank you for joining us for your midday news. I'm Olivia Sandusky alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffen, welcoming you to the second day of March.
Yeah. It's going to be another warm one today. The 90s, that's kind of behind us, at least temporarily.
Okay.
Also, we're into a new month, so we'll look back on February. How many days do you think were above normal for the month of February for Palm Springs? What do you think it is? You don't know? Okay, I'll have the answer coming up.
A lot of rain. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, Jerry. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Let's get to your top story this morning. We have a development in a decades-old cold case. A La Quinta man is now behind bars after being named a suspect in a 2002 house party shooting. 46-year-old Alex Anthony Uribe was arrested Friday and booked into the John Benoit Detention Center in Indio on suspicion of murder and is now at the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside. That's according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Deputies say Indio resident 27-year-old Hernan Marquez was shot after a fight at a home on Avenida Mendoza in August of 2002. Investigators say Marquez drove away speeding before crashing into several parked cars, where he was found with gunshot wounds and pronounced dead. The case was cold for more than 20 years before being reopened with new forensic developments and support from the Riverside County District Attorney's Office Gang Impact Team. Uribe was expected to make his first court appearance on Tuesday in Indio, and the investigation remains ongoing at this time. Authorities continue to investigate a fatal shooting in Palm Springs. It killed 2 people and injured 3 others over the weekend. This happened overnight Saturday off North Indian Canyon Drive. Officers with the Palm Springs Police Department found 2 unidentified adult victims with gunshot wounds who both died after being transported to a local hospital. Investigators say a motorcycle club was hosting a private event at an industrial complex when an altercation occurred, leading to gunfire.
Spent most of the evening and into the latter part of today collecting evidence at the scene. Where there's still the location that we're processing for evidence, and as you can see in the back that we're trying to collect some of the vehicles that we're securing as evidence. We're just seeking the public's help, so if they have any information related to this incident, we ask that they contact the Palm Springs Police Department, or they could report that anonymously through 760-341-STOP.
Now, those 3 other individuals suffered non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. They were transported to a hospital for treatment. And at this time, detectives are working to determine the circumstances surrounding the shooting and identify those involved. Anyone with information is asked to call the number right there at the bottom of your screen. A free health care clinic served thousands of patients in Indio over the weekend. California's Care Force's 17th annual health clinic at the Empire Polo Grounds started Friday, working in partnership with Golden Voice. Services included dental, vision, and medical services. Officials say more than 3,500 people attended the weekend. Construction begins today on a $7.5 million plus upgrade at Demuth Park in Palm Springs. City officials there are saying the project will improve access, safety, and amenities for families and pet owners. Improvements include new permanent large and small dog parks, ADA parking spaces, and converting a 2-acre dirt lot into a 165-stall paved parking lot with drainage upgrades. Crews will also repave existing lots, restore sidewalks and pathways, and build a new restroom facility. The project is expected to finish in October. During construction, both on-site dog parks will close, with residents encouraged to use the David H. Reddy Palm Springs Dog Park instead. And the city of Palm Springs is sending out a reminder that the window to share your thoughts on the zoning code update closes this Wednesday. You can visit the link provided on their Facebook page and explore the interactive boards, weigh in on affordable housing, building heights, and parking by leaving your comments. Qualifying action continues today. The BNP Paribas Open, with the main draw set to be revealed this afternoon. The draw will be announced from 3 to 4 at Stadium Plaza. It will air on Tennis Channel. Many main draw matches begin Wednesday. They run through March 15th. On the men's side, top-ranked Carlos Alcaraz headlines the field alongside 24-time major champion Novak Djokovic. Defending champion Jack Draper also returning for action. The women's draw features reigning champion Mira Andreeva, world #1 Arina Sabalenka, and wild card entry Venus Williams, along with top seeds Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff. Time now for Know Before You Go, where we tell you about the major road closures you should know about this week. Starting in Indian Wells with the BNP Paribas Open, it's led to some backups off of Mile Avenue at the intersection off of Washington Street and Highway 111. So that congestion will fluctuate throughout the day. The busiest times will be in the morning at 9:30 and then until around 12:30. Things pick up again around 4:40 in the afternoon until 6. So you can use alternate routes there. Our friends at CV Sync recommend you skip the intersection entirely during those times. Another alert for drivers in La Quinta off of Washington as well. Landscape restoration work is underway along Washington Street from Avenue 52 to Calle Tampico. Center lanes are currently closed between Avenue 52 and Avenue La Fonda. Work happens between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. The project is expected to wrap up by the end of March. Drivers should expect delays and are encouraged to use alternate routes when possible. And moving over to Indio, the Jefferson Street Indio Boulevard intersection improvement project continues this week. That project is expected to finish by the end of the month. At this time, roads are down to one lane in the area, so expect some delays and some slowdowns. CV Sync says you should use Washington or Monroe Street to access the freeway instead. Or if you're traveling east or west, take Fred Waring Drive. All right, let's take you outside live. Look, our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs. The start of a new month with our new work week here. Checking in with Jerry, although I know you've got a little fun look back for us.
Yeah, coming up in a little bit, we'll look at the month of February, how many days were above, how many days were below, and a few of those record temps, which we did have one yesterday. Anyway, a little cooler than yesterday, but still above normal with the numbers. 81 degrees currently at Palm Springs. The average high temp is 75, 76 for many of us in the valley, so we've already surpassed that with lots of 80s in the valley. 78 degrees at Desert Hot Springs, 68 at Banning right now. Winds also an issue. Not so bad for the valley yet, but they will pick up later today. Already gusty winds through the San Gorgonio Pass, 35-mile-an-hour gust at Whitewater. 21 at Cabazon at this hour. Nothing in radar over Southern California. We're in a dry weather pattern that'll take us through the rest of the next couple of days. But we do have a trough of low pressure moving through the area. No rain with that, just fair weather high clouds for us in Southern California. That system will also kick up the onshore winds, and we're seeing a little bit of that right now. And because of that, we have an air quality alert. Dust and dirt being kicked up in the air. That's for the Coachella Valley and San Gorgonio Pass through tomorrow morning. Highs, yeah, still above normal. 87 degrees, the forecast high for Palm Springs today. Mostly sunny skies there. Same for Indio, Rancho Mirage, 88 at La Quinta this afternoon. Oh, don't forget, tonight, technically, actually, it's Tuesday early morning. We have a lunar eclipse. It begins at 2:50 in the morning. It'll peak at 4:30-ish. But it'll end by the time the sun begins to show up. So again, that's overnight tonight. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, upper 80s again for the valley. Basically the same for Wednesday in our Comfort Air 3-day forecast with middle 80s. After that, the numbers do back off even more. I'll explain. Full forecast minutes away. Olivia.
All right, Jerry, thank you for that. More local news this morning. A nonprofit is celebrating 26 years of serving our community. Paws and Hearts, an animal-assisted therapy program, brings trained dogs into health centers across the Coachella Valley. NBC Palm Springs' Kai Beach has details.
If you love dogs and you can no longer take care of one and you're bedbound,
dealing with medical challenges isn't easy, but Richard Waxman and his dog Terry,
he actually trains the new volunteers,
are turning compassion into action. Waxman founded the nonprofit Paws and Hearts in 2000. Since then, it's grown into a valley-wide animal-assisted therapy program with trained handlers and their dogs visiting patients to bring comfort, connection, and joy when it's needed most.
We were on a visit last week, and a dear old woman said to me, "You made my day." It makes everything we do and all the volunteers we've had, it makes it worth our while.
Now this nonprofit is looking for more volunteers, people like Sandy Young.
It's just a really good way to connect with people and to bring some joy into their lives, I think. It's good for bonding with your dog.
Who says this experience has been life-changing for both patients and the volunteers who serve them.
People tell me how grateful they are, how it's made their day. I had one woman say, "You made my waiting today bearable." So, you know, those things warm my heart and make my day.
To learn more, visit their website, and discover how you and your dog can make a difference.
It makes them feel as though they've accomplished something. It makes them feel as though we've given back to the community. It makes us feel as though our time to get there and to put the dog in the bandana, to put the volunteer shirt on, it just makes it all worthwhile.
I'm Kai Beach with NBC Palm Springs.
Very sweet. All right, one of the biggest Pride events of the season is coming to Cathedral City this week. The LGBT Plus Days Festival is this weekend. It's March 6th through the 8th. Volunteers spent last weekend refreshing the Rainbow Crossing in front of City Hall in anticipation. This is the 10th annual Cathedral City LGBT Plus Days Festival, which includes a massive rally, the raising of the Pride flag at City Hall, a drone show, and the famous bed races.
Painting our crosswalk is a visible demonstration of inclusivity in Cathedral City, and when other cities and states are painting over their rainbow crosswalks, we can proudly paint ours and declare our pride and our inclusivity for everybody in Cathedral City all year long.
LGBT Plus Days runs from March 6th through the 8th, so we'll have more leading up to the festivities throughout the week and as the event gets underway. Still ahead on your midday news, as the U.S. officially declares war with Iran, world leaders react to the latest developments. We'll have that reaction coming up right after this break, so stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
The U.S. and Israel's war with Iran has entered day 3 today. The waves of violence have disrupted travel, shaken metropolitan areas, and resulted in the deaths of civilians and U.S. service members. Lee Waldman reports from Washington, D.C.
In a rare briefing from the Pentagon Monday morning, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
This is not a so-called regime change war. But the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it.
In his first remarks since the U.S. and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, a massive and coordinated missile attack on Iran. Secretary Hegseth claiming Iran has carried out attacks for decades in a one-sided war against America.
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it.
Iran's national security chief posting on X that, quote, Iran did not start this war, and warning the country, quote, unlike the United States, has prepared itself for a long war. A war that has already seen several hundred people killed in Iran, according to the Red Crescent Society. 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down by Kuwait in an apparent friendly fire incident, the U.S. says, and 4 U.S. troops based in Kuwait killed in Iran's response.
Sadly, there will likely be more.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, cautioning the U.S. war against Iran will not consist of a single overnight operation and delivering a clear message to anyone who might threaten the U.S.
Understand clearly, we can reach you, we can sustain the fight, and we can scale the fight, and we will prevail.
With the Iranian Supreme Leader dead, questions remain as to who will lead the country. In Washington, D.C., I'm Lee Waldman.
And all 6 crew members are alive after friendly fire took out the U.S. fighter jets they were in for the operation against Iran. The American military says Kuwaiti air defenses accidentally struck the F-15E Strike Eagles on Sunday. U.S. Central Command says it happened during combat involving Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles, and drones. It says the service members were able to eject, and they are in stable condition today. We've got a live look outside for you now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Jerry Steffen's got your full forecast coming up right after this break, so stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBC.
Looking at the Walter Clark 111 cam, sheets of high clouds, fair weather high clouds over us. That'll thin out and we'll see all sunshine tomorrow. Yesterday, a record-setting number in Palm Springs, 95 degrees, besting the old record set back in 2022 of 93 degrees. Keep in mind the average middle 70s. That's where we should be peaking at, but instead we've been above normal over the past week. Matter of fact, we had 2 more record high temps, Wednesday of last week and just 2 days ago, Saturday, 96 degrees there. But you can see all the reds there on the map there. That indicates that we have 20 days above normal for the month of February, and that trend will continue for the next couple of days ahead of us. Okay, 70 degrees at Yucca Valley, 83. That's the number at Indio right now. Partly cloudy skies, 84 at Palm Springs at this moment. Winds beginning to pick up out of the west. They'll get a little gusty in the wind-prone areas. Already strong around the San Gorgonio Pass. 33-mile-an-hour gust at Whitewater, 20 at Banning and Cabazon at the Sour. So we have clouds, a wave moving through the area, bringing some of that upper-level moisture over Southern California, and we'll see that thin out as that system begins to move down to the south and to the east of us, but nothing in radar over Southern California. despite the cloud cover. Okay, that front begins to exit the area. We'll get somewhat cooler air down, relatively cooler air. They'll come down a little bit, but still above normal over the next couple of days. And any rain today stays well to the north of us. Nothing for Southern California in our forecast. Okay, winds a little gusty around the San Gorgonio Pass. Already seeing that with winds out of the west in the 30-mile-an-hour range. Desert Hot Springs and even the Coachella Valley on and off gusty winds later today into the evening hours. That backs off tomorrow. As far as the wind kicking up dust and dirt, well, we have an air quality alert through tomorrow morning for the Coachella Valley and the San Gorgonio Pass. The particular matter getting a little high, so the air quality not all that great. Surface moisture remains dry despite a system moving through the area. And another one on Thursday, we'll see 10% relative humidity to the teens over the next few afternoons. 87 degrees are high today in Palm Springs, about the rest of the valley peaking at that number. Overnight lows upper 50s, lower 60s this evening. Now, Tuesday, tomorrow, we get a wind shift. It'll be out of the north. That'll dry us out even more. Temperatures, though, remain in the upper 80s around the Coachella Valley with all sunshine. Wednesday, again, upper 80s for the valley under partly cloudy skies. Thursday, that system moves through the next one. Temperatures come down to the upper 70s. That's still a couple degrees above normal, but we'll take it. Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Upper 80s today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Upper 70s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Talking about Augustin Farms, founded in 1972 in Salt Lake City and now a leading name in the preparedness food industry. The company is known for sourcing, formulating, and producing some of the most nutritious emergency food products. With a 4.5-star rating on Google reviews, its products are sold at many of the nation's most trusted retailers. And here to tell us more is the president of Augustin Farms, Nathan Yearsley. Welcome, Nathan.
Thanks for letting me on.
Of course. So can you tell us a little about the history of Augustin Farms and how everything has grown?
Okay, so let's just go back 54 years ago. Phil and Jackie Augustin said that people needed help. And they needed help to prepare for all of life's unforeseen events, illness, injury, job loss, blizzards in New York today, you know, whatever it is that's going on. There's stuff that's happening all over, and we don't know when tough times are going to come. And so they started off just helping people with things like milk and wheat and stuff like that, and you'd have to cook your own stuff. But now it is over 100 products, and everything we have is designed to fit the need. And where that food comes from is from the highest most qualified source. If the best source of oats is from the Midwest, we buy our oats from the best quality oat producers, the best strawberries, the best blueberries, wherever it is, and we bring those together in a dehydrated or freeze-dried form so that you are good. This product is prepared and packaged for 25 or 30-year shelf life.
So what types of emergency foods do you offer and how are they made?
Okay, so we try to sell something for everyone. So this is a kit. This is a 72-hour kit, meaning that one person, 3 days worth of food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
You can take this, it's designed, you can slide it under the seat of your car, throw it in your trunk, whatever. If you had to get out, you could get out and you would have food. It just takes water and some heat to cook the food. So we have food, we pre-curate these kits. We have fruits, vegetables, proteins, vegan, gluten-free, you name whatever it is, we have food that will support everybody. I would recommend start with a kit. Then add to it, say, well, I want blueberries for my oatmeal, I want to do this, I want to do that. Next thing you know, on our website, you can just get everything it is that you need.
So how would families know how much food they need, and can you customize any of these packages?
So the way that I think about it for myself is I say I typically, in a regular meal, want 3 or 4 servings, depending on how hungry I am. And we tell you very clearly how many servings, how many calories, protein, all these various things we tell you is what is in here, so that you can plan it just like you think when you go to the grocery store. Well, this package gives me 2 meals, and this package I'm going to cook over a week. We have the same information. And then, yes, of course, you can customize. We have kits that are pre-made. We also, you can just go through and grab the various pouches that you want. And in some cases, we'll even send you the pail. We've got a special going on where you make up your own pail and we send it to you in your pail. Oh. The pails are watertight, airtight, they float. In the event of a flood, you just never know what you're going to face.
That's amazing. And where can we go for more information about it all?
Easiest place is to go to augustinfarms.com.
Okay.
We have everything that you want, pull downs by product type, super easy to understand that the food that you're getting and how much, and it's very, very good. Highest quality ingredients, packaged to last 30 years. And by the way, people eat it every day. It tastes that good.
Well, I'm going to taste one.
Please, please, they're very good.
And thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
Before we go, if you're looking for a new phone on a budget, Apple has added a budget model to its most recent lineup of mobile devices. The iPhone 17e costs about $600. Analysts say that could signify a demand for cheaper cellular options. It has the latest A19 chip, but not all the frills of its more expensive counterparts. But it comes in soft pink, black, or white, and you can pre-order on Wednesday.
$600 is still a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the cheap option, Jerry.
Okay, temps, going to be above normal for the next couple of afternoons. A little gusty late today. 70s begin Thursday. Lunar eclipse overnight tonight, and daylight saving time begins this weekend.
That's right. More news at 5 and 6 tonight. We'll